It is the final match day of round number 8, and the All Flakes find themselves in a mid-table battle against today's opponent, Leinster. Both sides will have to lay it all on the line here tonight if they're to stand any chance of keeping track with the top 4 teams. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Global Rugby Challenge, the subscriber series where you guys take the field against the world's elite. Before we get into today's matchup, I'd like to let you all know there will be a poll in the top right corner right now that you can vote on about the future of this series, whether you'd like to see it continued to be AI versus controlled, or every single match in the series to be like the subscriber clashes, AI versus AI. Have a little vote up there and let me know what you think, but let's get back to the action with the All Flakes take on Leinster for the last match of round number 8. It is the home team, Leinster, who are sitting currently in 6th position going into today's matchup, and their recent form has seen them go down to both subscriber sides they have faced so far this season. Last round, in round 7, it was the Celtic Dragons who put them to the cleaners quite comfortably, 31 points to 7, and the round before that they put up a bit of a fight against the Guardians, but ultimately went down there 21-14 as well. Now they play their 3rd subscriber side in the All Flakes, and still one to play as well in the Flakes. No easy win here against sides like this, but they'll have to be at their best to try and overtake the All Flakes, who are sitting in 5th place. We know the team here for Leinster is very strong. It's very much the Irish national team as well. There's plenty of ability through there. The front row will be their strength. McGrath, Cronin and Furlong are certainly no slouches in that front row and pack situation. Johnny Sexton will run things at the number 10, and his partners outside him look very dangerous. Robbie Henshaw, Gary Ringrose to name just a centre pairing. James Lowe on the left side, Aaron Burrow on the right wing, and it'll be Rob Carney at fullback for the Leinster side, who are very dangerous, but not yet shown it against the subscriber sides. Up against them will be the 5th place All Flakes team, and this side has been travelling quite nicely recently. Tough matches that they've actually put away comfortably at the end. Castres, who we know are a very, very good side, come up against the All Flakes 2 rounds ago and went home without scoring a single point. 13-0, the All Flakes got that job done. And then last round, in round 7, the Crusaders were in town, and that was a hard-fought win for the All Flakes. 21-14 the score, and the Super Rugby champions got close again, but no cigar for them to take back home. The All Flakes, they won't want to drop down any further than where they sit right now, and they'll have to battle hard to get into that top 4 spots, and today is where it all begins. Their starting lineup has been named, and it's very strong. We'll go through it now with the front row kicking things off. Captain Nicholas Friedland will be a loose head side, and Shane Streetwalker will be named at hooker, with Ben Bob starting on the tight end side of the front row. Into the second row, it's very tall, timber and strong partnership with a Benjamin Grayson alongside Vio Ogier in the middle. Max Parkhill will start on the blind side, Dean Mumberg on the open side, and Akara Kamana at number 8 to complete the forward pack. Joel Savage will get the start at scrum half, and his partner in the halves will be Kerwin Zeeley. The impressive number 10 gets another start in that jumper. The midfield combination, Safari Rakakoko will be alongside Mac Wrigley, and the back 3 will consist of Liam Symes-Wells on the left side, Christian Catley on the right wing, and Bob Jeffrey at fullback for the All Flakes, looking to put the pressure on those top 4 spots. So it'll be Leinster playing in the full blue, and of course the All Flakes in the black. And we look set to go here. It'll be Jonathan Sexton, ball in hand, and underway we are. It is a deep kick this time from Sexton, down towards the 22 of the All Flakes, and it is Mac Wrigley who pulls it in. And on his own 22, Wrigley will try and set it up. Waiting for it is Savage, but Leinster have turned it over already. Sexton puts in a big bomb crossfield. It's going to land 5 metres short, and it's balled in beautifully. What a take there from Ringrose. Almost a try to start it off for Leinster. They go open side, and Furlong takes the first contact he sees. Good tackle. They lose 5 metres there to Leinster. Now it's around for McGrath behind the defensive line, and Ringrose, he started it, and he'll finish it as well. Leinster strike first, and they're on the board. The All Flakes under immense pressure right off the kickoff, and Ringrose, who took the kick high from Sexton, is the one that finishes it off. Excellent work there from Luke McGrath to find the ball in behind the defender. And from that position, impossible to stop is Gary Ringrose. Look at this from Luke McGrath. This is amazing work. He was past Grayson when he got the ball, and that was the key to it. An attempt to try saver from Dean Mumberg. Nowhere near good enough to stop him. And an impressive start by not only that man on screen there with the kick, but his outside centre, Ringrose. And 6 minutes in, we could have a 7-0 scoreline to Leinster, and we do. What a start for the home team. The crowd certainly right behind them now with that early try. Certainly not what the visiting All Flakes were after, that is for sure. Kerwin Seeley back to halfway, his team trailing by 7, and they've hardly got the game underway. Back underway goes Seeley, and he kicks long to the 22 this time of Leinster, and again Furlong is smashed. A big tackle there. Low gives it to Ringrose, who is smashed, and Catley picks it up, has a little bit of a scamper as well. Commander's there, big pass wide, Symes Wells in the back line, Liam Symes Wells is in, one beaten straight through, and the try is replied to by the All Flakes. Into the middle of the park is left winger Liam Symes Wells. Christian Catley did very well to pick that ball up and go forward with it. Commander like a bullet, and then slippery as a snake goes Liam Symes Wells, and he slices straight through a pile of Leinster forwards. And in for the first All Flakes try of the night. What a start to this match we've had already. Look at that little jinking step from Symes Wells. And the instant reply is there for the All Flakes, and that is exactly what they would have wanted. A couple of phases from the mistake, the knock-on. And they strike instantly back. Here is Kerwin Seeley back to have his first shot at goal, and it's right out in front. It will be no mistake at all. And over it goes for the All Flakes fly half. It is 7-7 all tied up. Back where it all began. An exciting opening exchange of these 13 minutes so far as Jonathan Sexton gets us back underway. A short little kick, and Parker has to just grab it in time. Savage waits for it. As support comes back, and it's Matt Grigley who's standing to the left at first receiver, and a couple of chases for the All Flakes are offside, but back there Rob Carney delivers the reply, and it's taken from Bob Jeffrey, who's got it right back, but it's an offside call there. The defender striking him from a poor position. Here is a run from Savage. He throws it over the back, and Catley's going backwards as well. It's all a bit of a mess at the moment from the All Flakes. They're going to lose the ball. And I'd imagine the referee will be taking this back to the initial infringement, which will be the offside being called against Van der Vlaart. Just over halfway for Seeley, so it's a bit of a tough one. 60-metre kick, he's not too keen on it, so he instead opts for touch. Captain Freilander making the calls out there for his fly half. With the options now for the All Flakes. Streetwalker throws, that's terribly not straight. And it's taken from Grayson, but the ref will call it straight back. A mistake from Streetwalker, he won't be too happy with that at all. Really attacking chance there for the All Flakes, and Leinster with the option now for scrum or line-up. They opt for the big 8-man shove, and they'll pack down. And Luke McGrath, the impressive number 9, feeding the ball in. And a steady scrum, a very good scrum too from Leinster late on. McGrath to Sexton, stinking before going very wide. Out there is Adam Byrne, steps inside the attempted run there of Liam Symes Wells, who turns him over. High shot. That was a bit messy there, and it looks like it could be a card. Who's going? It might be O'Brien, is it? Oh, it is. Sean O'Brien slipped in for 10. McGrath can't believe it. And this is an easy option now for the All Flakes. No questions there whatsoever. They are going straight for the sticks. Sharpshooter like Kerwin Seeley. He's tested it before, whether they would go for the 3 from about 55. Opted not to, but now this is a much more realistic chance for Seeley, and he nails it without too much problem. The lead is now the All Flakes for the first time. 10 points to just 7 for Leinster. The penalty kick proving the telling difference so far. Sean O'Brien in the bin as well is something the All Flakes will want to attack. Here is Jonathan Sexton looking to get possession back. His kick doesn't go 10. Oh, and it's thrown away there. It's a good option. Max Parkhill looked for the player. Bollocking on the inside as Kamara makes a good tackle. You see Vardy to the left side. Sexton keeps it alive under fire through one. Under fire still going. And it takes a good tackle by Catley to put him down. And Christian Catley having a strong game on the right. Bobs to Wrigley. Oh, Wrigley! They rush up on him and they put him to deck very quickly. Pressure now on as Kamara has a bit of a pick and go. He's in a bit of trouble though, but he gets black jersey to help, and that's not going to be enough, is it? Maybe it will. Just comes back for the All Flakes, who are struggling at the moment. Wrigley's got it again, and he looks to kick long and over the head of Rob Kearney. But Kearney is way too experienced for that sort of trick. As they come now to the right, they change it back to the left. Through the middle goes Robbie Henshaw. One to beat. He's got support on the inside. Finds Furlong. Furlong with men on the wing. But he's out. He's out. Oh dear, that's terrible from James Lowe. Foot on the sideline when he could have been scooting down instead and scoring. Sean O'Brien returns as we near the half-time whistle. Streetwalker will want to hit this one perfectly. Well, he does. He throws it straight, but he's gone to no one. Symes Wells back out of midfield. Liam Symes Wells fires the dirty ball away. Sealy to Wrigley, and Matt Wrigley will go in. The left-hand corner is all his. The chase comes strong, but Matt Wrigley will get there in the end. That is a beautiful play from the All Flakes. Liam Symes Wells, well, he's razor sharp tonight. Cutting through the defence for not the first time, and he fired a big ball wide. He knew he had plenty of support out there. Either one of them was all he needed to hit, and it was Kerwin Zealey who picked it up and quickly delivered it wide. Look at this from Zealey. Great work there. Catch and pass and then get hammered. But he put Matt Wrigley in space, and once Wrigley was away, a strong chase with the likes of McGrath, O'Brien and Sexton. Not good enough to stop him going over. Another 10 metres could have been interesting. But he had just enough of the tank there, Matt Wrigley, on the stroke of half-time to extend this lead out to possibly 17-7. Well, this is the man who got the last touch. Kerwin Zealey from the left-hand side lines it up with the lights and nails the conversion. 17-7 is the score. The All Flakes under the pump early, but have responded well as we head to the sheds for half-time. 17-7, 10-point lead for the visiting team. And they'll be happy with that as well. They went down 7 early very, very quickly, and they had to fight their way back, and they did so through a couple of good tries, but also the poor discipline from Leinster was giving them a bit of a gift in as well. Kicks for touch, yellow cards, and ultimately penalties as well, giving them that little point of difference that could prove costly come full time for the Leinster side. Possession was with the All Flakes 57-43, but how about that territory? 65-35. Leinster playing in the right areas of the field. They just can't get their hands on the ball when it really matters the most. Tackle counts are pretty close as well, but the penalties are one thing that is letting Leinster down. The yellow card, Sean O'Brien, may cost them come full time. They've got a lot of minutes yet. They can pull this one back. First score after half-time will be very critical. Can Leinster find their way back, or will the All Flakes shut this one down? Well, we'll find out over the next 40 minutes. It's Kerwin Zealey who has been very prominent tonight for the All Flakes with the ball on halfway to get us back underway. Referee blows. We're wasting no time here. We are quickly back into it. A deep kick, and Catley is flying down that wing, and he puts in a crunching tackle as well. Now, Leinster, what can they do? Scott Vardy starts it off, and it's there eventually McGrath. That is, this time, Jack McGrath, not Luke. And he's fired it back towards centre field. It's there for Devon Toner. Back it goes. Oh, for a terrible play there from Jonathan Sexton, and Streetwalker straight through the middle. He's knocked it on as well. Double knock on. Sexton and Streetwalker. Well, the big hooker, his eyes opened up like he'd just seen a massive cake there at the try line.
Crouch.
And he was going for it as well, but the ball, well, that certainly wasn't at the top of his mind. Savage feeds the scrum. Oh, yes, it was Sexton with the initial knock on, and here's Kamana changing his mind where to go. The offload, not his best. Here's Catley trying to twinkle toes past the defender, but James Lowe was more than equal to that one. Now it's away to Bobs, who smashed, cut in half here. Ben Bobs loses the ball, and it's wide. Quickly Leinster, Adam Byrne, one to beat, inside ball, nicely done to O'Brien.
Release.
All Flakes try to pressure on the breakdown. They may have done enough here. They have. They've turned it over. Savage. Oh, Savage is high. And that's another easy penalty for the All Flakes. And could be another card. Here comes McGrath. He can't believe it. Not another one, referee says. There it is. Gone. Yellow. See you later. Well, that is a telling tale now, isn't it? 2 yellow cards for Leinster. And that's 20 minutes with a man down. And again, in a kickable position as well. Kerwin Zealey will line this up and say, thank you for coming. Oh, let's chalk up another 3 points. It's just inside 40 metres. And a slight angle to the left. That's no problem for Zealey. And it slots another 3. It's 20 points to 7. The All Flakes lead by 13. Well, ill discipline is hurting this Leinster side, who were in a fight for those top places. They needed a win here today against their closest rivals in the All Flakes as Catley goes to Wrigley. Not another one, ref. This is terrible stuff from Leinster. The referee has to sort this out. It is getting out of control. Sexton now clearly frustrated with the goings on in today's match. And he's letting it out on the All Flakes players, which really is not helping his side at all. The kick from Zealey is close to sideline. Oh, well saved. Excellently saved there from Leinster. Now they go through the backs. Vardy does well to Sexton. Henshaw's involved as well to McGrath. Now they open up. Sexton again. Support on the try. And it's John O'Brien. This is try time. Try time, Leinster. They'll do it in the corner. They are back. Leinster are in the points. Excellent work. Off the kick, not finding touch from Kerwin Zealey, and the finish applied from O'Brien. McGrath, Sexton doubling round, getting involved twice. The ball to O'Brien, leaving them for dust. Savage had him for speed, but again, just not enough field to catch him with. And the comeback is right on track now. Henshaw was involved just prior to Sexton. But how about that pace from Sean O'Brien? Just enough to keep the chasing backs at bay. Well, he's made up for 10 minutes in the bin, hasn't he? That is an exquisite finish from the number 8. And how much is left in the tank now for Leinster? They are still a man down, remember. And here is Jonathan Sexton with another pinpoint conversion. And we are far from over here. 20 points to 14. The lead is cut to 6. Well, you've really got to make sure those kicks go into touch, don't you? Criminal error from Kerwin Zealey has cost his side a very valuable 7 points. As again they kick off all of that corner and it's missed by everyone, and a big chase from Max Parkhill. Well done, and Scott Fardy is hammered into touch, trying to rescue a very desperate situation. Back onto the field though, they return to 15 men. It is Van der Fly this time. They've lost both their 7 and their 8. And pressure now on Streetwalker to deliver finally a good throw. He does do it. Savage to Catley. First receiver Catley. And a big tackle there on him. Savage is there. Wrigley wide for Rakakoko. That is it. That is signed, sealed and delivered. All Flakes score at a critical time. Massive hole for Safari Rakakoko, and he dots down unopposed and untouched. Catley drew the defender. Sexton made the tackle. Leinster got desperate. They forgot about defence. Mac Wrigley away to Rakakoko. Still had support by Grayson and co. Out to his left, unrequired. Good effort there from Catley, and to be fair to Leinster, he almost did lose the ball. But this was a beautiful finish right under the sticks from Safari Rakakoko. Rather quiet tonight has Rakakoko, but that will be more than pleasing to him. And Kerwin Zealey, well, his blushes may well have been saved here. Right out in front. Confidence may have taken a slight hit earlier, but that one will certainly get it straight back. Good conversion, good try. Manipulating defences very well, the All Flakes, in 27-14 now is the scoreline. Jonathan Sexton again back to resume play with 14 minutes left on the clock. Another short one and another ball to Max Parkhill, who's all alone here. No one helping him out here in a black jersey, but now the support comes. And it's there for Savage, who's going to look to kick this one out the base. And it's a very good kick, actually, from Joel Savage. It's going right towards the corner. What a kick from Savage. Pressure coming on and into touch. Well chased by the All Flakes. And Leinster now are facing the pressure. They were in this game, and two telling tales here have changed the fortunes of the All Flakes drastically. Shrewalker to Grayson, Savage to Rakakoko, all alone!
Release. Just
short. Savage will have a run away to Matt Grigley, and he's just short actually. He stopped well. What's he done there? Matt Grigley was going over. Here's Kamana, they'll continue on. His numbers out here. It's Safari Rakakoko. No, he's shot again. The All Flakes are making a meal of this with his support way out left. Find a massive ball, Liam Science-Wales. He'll make no mistake about that. And a big try to finish from the left winger. That was almost catastrophic play from the All Flakes. I don't know what Matt Grigley was doing. He just stopped right in centre field. Rakakoko, a bit of greed coming into the All Flakes there, as 2 or 3 times they tried to put it inside, but then it was the level head of Nicholas Friedlander. Take nothing away from him, he is a very calm and collected man, and he delivered from scrum half. Look at this, a loose head prop, planting that left foot and delivering a bullet pass away to his winger, the man he knows will finish for him. And Liam Symes-Wells does just that, screaming at his players to give him the ball. And time after time, they failed to do so. Still question marks over what Matt Grigley was doing. He was over clear and he just stopped in his tracks. Very bizarre from Mr. Wrigley. It is 32-14. The conversion from Zealey is good. Another successful kick. And that puts the score out to 34-14. It was close. 20 points to 14 at one point. But the All Flakes have pulled away late on. Late fireworks have been put to rest from the All Flakes as Parkhill finds Rakakoko, who is smashed. Big tackle there from Leinster. It's popped away to Zealey, who's going to look for a little bit of territory here inside his own 22. He's kicked long, and look out because Liam Symes-Wells is racing up that sideline. Oh, it's a forward pass as well from Carney to Sexton. And if things can't go any worse for Leinster, well, they just have. 2 yellow cards, a myriad of penalties. Yet they were still in this game not so long ago. Scrum feed for Savage, and what do the All Flakes want to do here? Do they want to play one more try, or they just kick this to touch? Another strong scrum is Kamana. Goes for a bit of a run. Takahata Kamana. Very strong off the base. Savage to Parkhill. Oh, Benjamin Grayson, they're going. Oh, Zealey wanted it, but Grayson didn't need him. Poor defence from Carney at the back, and the big tall timber, Benjamin Grayson, just scampers straight through the middle. You've got to feel sorry for Kerwin Zealey. He ran the perfect support line there to take out the fullback, but they wanted none of it. Look at Rob Carney, he just looked at him and thought, yeah, not interested, mate, not interested at all. And they watched as they just strolled on through. Zealey was right there. You see him. Here's ball Parkhill to Grayson. Look at Zealey. He's like, yes, yes. No, no, says Benjamin. I'll have this one all to myself, thanks. Well-deserved try. And just epitomises what the second half has been all about. The All Flakes are a much better side. and they come out of it big victors here. This conversion will make it into the 40s for the All Flakes, and Zealy from right out in front. A bit livid, he missed his try, but he'll be more than happy to come away with a big points haul off the tee. 41-14. It never looked close on the scoreboard, but it was in fact a very tight contest up until about the hour mark. And then the All Flakes, they did what New Zealand sides typically do, and they took over. Yellow cards didn't help the ESC. Sean O'Brien, he was one to feel the wrath of the referee, as was his back row partner Van der Flaer. But otherwise, they can only blame their discipline. Leinster, their attack was certainly good enough on the night, but they just could not finish the job in those final 20 minutes. 41-14, the full-time score for Leinster. Was a try to Sean O'Brien and Gary Ringrose. Those two picking up one apiece throughout the game, and Johnny Sexton converted both of them as well. The All Flakes, though, much more spread in their scoring here as they look to penalties at every opportunity. Kerwin Zealy knocking over 2 from the tee for penalties, and also 5 conversions as well. But it was 5 tries. That was a big part. Mac Wrigley, Safari Rakakoko, Liam Symes-Wells and Benjamin Grayson. It was Symes-Wells with 2, the rest of them all picking up 1. 5-try demolition job to just 2. 41-14. A great display by the All Flakes in a match that certainly didn't look that close as the game was wearing on. Full-time stats, the All Flakes took over, didn't they? Possession 60-40, and they turned that huge territorial deficit into an advantage, 51-49, just by a whisker. Of course, the yellow cards, that was the downfall of Leinster. Poor discipline and poor maintaining their structure. They couldn't really hack it when the All Flakes got going, and that cost them when they got into the danger zone as well. 3 high tackles, not a way you're going to win a game, especially against a clinical side like the All Flakes. A big win for the away side as the All Flakes will march on now. Bonus point victory in the bag, and they'll look to attack those top 4 places. So a 5-point victory was just what the All Flakes doctor would have ordered, as well as they pick up their 5th bonus point for the season, and the only team so far to do so. We've got a whole host of sides on 4. Dragons, Montpellier, Crusaders, Exeter Chiefs, as well as the Lions and Scarlets, believe it or not, have all picked up 4 bonus points, but no one but the All Flakes have picked up the 5th. That puts them from 5th place up to 2nd outright, as well as they are the 1 bonus point difference between the Flakers and Montpellier, who are on 30 to their 31. 1 point further ahead, though, is the Celtic Dragons on 32, and the Guardians of the Crib down there, 3 points adrift of the 4th place Montpellier. They have plenty of work to do. Leinster pretty much can kiss goodbye their top 4 chances now with fat losses. They sit on a 4-win, 4-loss record, and now 8 points behind the Guardians of the Crib, which is not where they wanted to sit at this stage of the competition. Looking into the fixtures, and we've got a subscriber clash to start off the 9th round with the Guardians of the Crib up against the Emirates Lions. You can see full results there from round 8, seeing a draw between Montpellier and the Guardians. Then big wins for the Dragons, a close win for the Flakers, and then a bit of a second half thumping for the All Flakes to finish that round off. Into round 9 though, and we have some interesting matches. We've got the Guardians, of course, against the Lions. You'd expect the Guardians to put that one away. The Dragons will take on Montpellier. That should be a cracker. All Flakes versus the winless Scarlets. And then the Flakers take on the side we just saw, Leinster, who haven't beaten a subscriber side, and really, bar a 21-14 match against the Guardians of the Crib, they haven't looked like they were going to get close. Then, the big one, Guardians, Dragons. That should be worth waiting for. That is in round 10, first match of that round. We've got 3 games to go in round 9 yet, so make sure you stick around for those ones as well. Don't forget to do the poll at the start of the video and let me know what you think about the idea of every subscriber series game being an AI clash, or whether you'd like to see just the 2 subscriber matches, those 2 subscriber sides clashing to be AI versus AI. Let me know your thoughts on that as well right back at the start of the video. Until next time though, with our round 9 opener, the Guardians of the Crib versus the Lions. I'll see you all then. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I'll see you back here for more very, very soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.